All right. We're good to go now. Good evening, everybody. Welcome officially to the AI filmmaking course by Lagos Film School. Before we go on, can we do some? Okay, I think I should start. I would like to say, can we do some form of introduction? But let me go first. So my name is Damola Adenle. I'm the director here at Lagos Film School. Yeah, I can see that there are like 24 participants in class tonight. Kelechi, good evening. Seth, good evening. You're welcome to class. Alaba Duloju, Ayawu Goodness, Bamboye Olubunmi, good evening. Benjamin Ibekele, Chidera Oyagba, good evening. DK, Uncle DK, good evening. No. Doreen Vincent, Ekong Goodness, Anthony. Uncle Anthony, is that you? Apostle, good evening. Idowu Samuel,
I
I
love you, sir. I love you, sir. I love you, sir.
Apostle, good evening. Um, iPhone, well, iPhone is what is showing here. Apologies if I have no iPhone is not your name. Jide, good evening. Juliet Ebube, good evening. Kenneth, um, Ngozi Undukuba, Olushola Taufik Aminu, Omoshede, forgive me if I'm butchering your name. Oyinlola Moreno, Stephanie, Stephen, Technopop9, user Xiaomi 2502P8 CO3G, Gegels, Madam Faith Aruna, good evening. I hope I've captured everybody who's in class this evening. We appreciate your coming in. Thank you very much. And I hope that this class would give all of us some form of value. Now, this class was almost not going to hold again, just like yesterday. Yesterday, I had a small health. My stomach just started turning me 6:30 for no good reason. So that was why I postponed class yesterday night. For today, other than the PDF that I sent, there was this other material that I had prepared, which was the full material for today. My desktop is just for one reason or the other not connecting. And my desktop is here. I've had to switch to the laptop. I'm so unprepared to use the laptop for class. I'm so unprepared to use the laptop. Most of the things I need are not on the laptop. But we're still going to do class nonetheless. Okay. I am hoping, what I'm considering is maybe we just split it into two. We'll do one half tonight and then the other half tomorrow evening, or I could just record the other half and post it in the group, and then you guys can get to watch that. But let's see how far we can go this evening.
Good
Tosin, good
evening, sir.
evening. Yeah,
Good evening,
good
sir.
evening. Yes, Tosin. I see the name, I see the face. I can't really. Have we met before now?
It's my first time, sir.
Oh, okay. I mean, physically, we've not met, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you are welcome. You're welcome to class.
Thank you, sir.
A number of those of us who are present in class today, we've had one run in or the other. Either you've attended one of our physical classes or maybe an online class. Yes or yes. If you fall in that category, do a thumbs up. If this is not our very first time of this is not your first time of being in class with me, either physically, online, or offline. Good evening. Okay, just do a thumbs up and let's know, and then we can move on. Yeah. So like I said, I'm apologizing ahead of time. If class does not go as smoothly as I would have wanted it to go, yeah, I'll find a way to make up. Either I record a second class, I'll post it in the group, or we could just do part 2 tomorrow. But we'll get to that. Wherever we get to tonight, we'll decide on that. Yes. So Tosin is requesting to record on their computer. Fine. That's fine.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Yes, so what are we going to cover? We'll do an introduction to film production. We'll look at traditional filmmaking versus AI filmmaking, and then we'll settle in on the AI workflow. We'll look at tools for making AI films, and then we'll take a look at post-production, and then we'll bring the class to a close. This is the general spectrum of what we'll cover in the class. Let me explain a little though. You see, there's a major challenge with AI filmmaking. Like I said, I had prepared stuff on my main desktop. I can't access them this minute. And what I had prepared was I had a couple of videos downloaded. One of them is your typical Nigerian storytelling, AI storytelling videos, and another AI video made with, I think I can still access them online. I'll do that in a minute. I wanted to play both side by side or one after the other rather, and then ask for your opinion. Which do you think looks like a film and which one looks like slop? Okay. And it will be so easy to tell which one was made by Nigerians and which one is not a Nigerian thing. Okay. Because of one, our lack of attention to detail, and secondly, everybody is driven by money. You know what? I should do a quiz. There is how many of us here? 27 at the moment. How many of us are in class to learn AI filmmaking primarily because you want to make money from AI storytelling? If you fall in that category, please indicate. No, there is no good or bad. There is no penalizing. There's no name calling. Okay, somebody has raised their hands. Okay. Abdul Ghaffar, is that the same Abdul Ghaffar or another one? Okay, okay. I'm waiting for responses. Bamboye Olubomi, okay? Jojo, good evening, Madam Jojo. You're welcome to class. Okay. So quite a number of us are here primarily because Doreen, okay? Primarily because you know that you can make money by making AI videos. Oh, Madam Adufe, this is you. Good evening. Okay. Primarily because you know that you want to chop YouTube money or Facebook money. You want to make AI videos, post it online, etc. And there's nothing wrong with that. The challenge, however, is this. There is a craze, a madness in the Nigerian space. This is making money and everybody flocks to it. It's not about whether you know enough or you don't. You shall want to make your own money from this thing. And it can be sickening sometimes when you see the end results of these things. Okay? There is nothing wrong in wanting to make money by making AI films and AI videos, which is the reason why it is good that you're here. It shows that you want to learn more and be able to do stuff, right? The challenge is that a lot of people just want buttons to press, formulas to use, generate videos, whether it looks good or it doesn't, and post online. Now, I said all of that to say this. To use AI to make films, you need to know how films are made in the first instance. Let me say that again. For you to properly know how to use AI to make films, you need to understand the filmmaking process in the first instance. You don't need to know how to operate a camera. That's not what I'm saying. You don't need to go learn film directing or producing. It would be a bad idea though, but you don't have to. However, you should learn the bare minimum of film making. When you do, you will see a marked difference in what you do with AI versus somebody who does not know how to use, how to make films at all. And that's where we're going to start. You would notice when this class starts proper, and the number of things I will be teaching will be primarily basic, traditional filmmaking. And then we would apply AI to those things. I don't know if I'm communicating. That is the best
Yes,
way to
sir.
make AI films. Okay, you first off learn how films are made properly, and then you use AI as a tool to get that done. All right, I think I've made that point. Let's move on. So, this is not supposed to be here. So we'll start by comparing traditional filmmaking workflows to AI-powered workflows. I'm going to go a little fast, okay? Yeah, I think, but I am sure you would understand. Plus, the class will be recorded. So just in case you miss out some parts, you are not in class at all, I'm going too fast, you can always go back to watch the videos. Okay, so, oh, one more thing I should say. I'm using the free version of, what's it called? Zoom. Our subscription just ended a while ago. So it's going to run for just about 45 minutes. When it gets to the 40 minutes mark, I would intentionally close the class and restart it. Okay, running out of time already. Jesus, how did we get here? Is it? Okay, so either ways, so before the class runs out, I would end the class. It says 10 minutes to go. Wow. So in 5 minutes time, I would from here close the class and then restart it. Everybody should just log in back with the same login details. Are we on the same page? Do we get that?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
Cool. Let's move on. Okay. So we're starting with the first of all, understanding how basic filmmaking works. Now, to make a film, there are 5 stages to filmmaking. Stage 1 is development. Stage 2 is pre-production. Stage 3 is the production phase. Stage 4 is post-production. And stage 5 is marketing and distribution. What do we do at these stages? Development is where you write your script and everything else that it takes to prepare for making the film. Stage 2, pre-production, is when you take the script and you break it down to identify all the component parts you need to make your film. And then you go ahead to get it. E.g., you identify all the locations you will need, you identify all the actors you will need, equipment you will need. If it was a documentary,
Sorry,
people to
hello, sir.
interview. Yes, please.
Will you mind please come back a bit because in between my network
The
is
class will be
unstable.
recorded, so just in case you miss
Oh,
any part,
okay,
you can
okay. All
always
right, all right,
you get.
all right,
But
sir. All right, sir.
where did you lose us? If just in case it's not far. What was the last bit you heard?
The last thing I had was development and pre-production. That's all.
Oh, okay, okay. You're still on the same page. I listed these 5 stages of production on the screen,
right,
and
sir.
I'm explaining them. Okay, so development is everything that happens before you have your finished script. The script is the bedrock of making any film. If you don't have a script, I'm not sure you have a film. Stage 2 is pre-production. What you do at this stage is you take the script and you break it down to identify all the component parts you will need to make your film. E.g., you would identify all the locations. I'm talking of making a traditional film now, not AI filmmaking.
Yeah.
Okay. So pre-production, you break down the scripts, identify all the locations you will need, all the actors, the characters you will need, props you will need, costumes that will be needed. You identify everything you need to make your film. Yeah. And then you go ahead to get them. Okay. Then comes production. Production stage is when we do the actual recording, the actual filming of the film. Post-production is where we do video editing and then marketing and distribution. Whether you're uploading the film or whatever it is you'll be doing, this is where we get to do that. Okay. Now let's go to the stages of AI film production. It's similar but different. For AI, as usual, we start with writing the script, because if you don't have a script, it's difficult to make a film without a script. Okay. Stage 2 is what I call shortlisting. It's in traditional filmmaking, it is just a subset of traditional filmmaking, but that is all you need for AI filmmaking. What is shortlisting? Shortlisting is when you take your script and you break it down to all the scenes that will be required to make the film. Let me jump to a slide that kind of explains that here. So shortlisting is one of the most important stages in AI filmmaking. It is breaking your story into scenes and each scene into shots. Why? Because films are made up of scenes and scenes are made up of shots. If you don't, now a lot of people would want to get AI to do all of this process for them. They will get AI to write the script for them. They will get AI to break the scenes into shots, and then they'll go ahead to generate. And it's not like it's completely bad, but then you're not in control of the film you're making. You will be using AI, yes, but you should be the one in control. You should be the one in charge of the end product. So to make that happen, number one is okay, I think I'm jumping now. Let me just finish this. Stage 1, script writing. Stage 2, shortlisting. Stage 3 is generating images, videos, and sound and audio. And then stage 4 is post-production, where you do the video editing. So let's go into full blow. Stage 1, scripting. Number one is do not rely fully on AI to write your stories. Most people just go to ChatGPT and they type, give me a story about, they just write some and AI would throw something at you and they run with it. Now, in our script writing class, I constantly say this: do not write a script until you have something to say. It is not the job of AI to tell you what your story is about. It is your job to tell AI what you want it to write a story about. Do not attempt to make a film, write a story, whether it is traditional or AI, unless you know exactly what it is you're trying to say. Meaning you should have a message, a goal, an objective before you even start writing a story at all. Number two, you should have a rough idea of what you want to say. E.g., it could be 3 minutes to go. Okay, you know what? So that Zoom does not surprise us, let me intentionally end the class now, and then I'll restart it immediately. Let everybody join back. Are we on the same page? Pastor Kyrie,
yes, yes.
Welcome.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Okay. Yeah,
Thank
good
you,
evening.
sir.
So I'm going to
Yes,
end
sir.
the class now. Please just join back immediately. We'll wait
All
for
right,
2
sir.
minutes before we continue the class.
All right, sir.
Okay. There are some very serious great men in this class. So, Uncle Uwem, the Lord be praised. Evangelist Jones. Ah. Good evening.
Yes, sir.
It's a pleasure to have you join us, sir.
Yes, sir. Thanks for putting this together, sir.
It's my pleasure. Yeah. Uncle Seth, I cite you. How come you came alone to class today?
Mr. Dams,
How come you came alone to class today?
I don't understand, dude.
I will leave it like that. I will not bother to explain.
Good evening, sir. Well done, sir.
Good evening. Yeah, thank you. Okay, so let's continue the class. So I was saying, don't rely on AI to write your stories for you. This is what you should use AI for research and brainstorming story ideas. So let me give an example. Say you want to write, you could say, give me 10, please, everybody should mute their microphones, please. Mute your microphones. Thank you very much. Okay, you could ask AI to give you 5 story ideas. Like, I want to tell a cautionary tale about ABCXYZ. Give me 5 story ideas. Okay, and then you can take one of those and build on it. You get. But instead of that, don't just say, write a script for me on, I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. So you should have a rough idea of what you want to say. You can tell ChatGPT or some other tool to polish your script for you. And then you might have the story, but not be able to write the dialogue. And then you can run that by your AI tool to do that for you. But even after all is said and done, you should humanize the text. Edit it by yourself. Do you understand what I'm saying? Don't just give everything. Don't take it hook, line, and sinker. Okay? You should humanize the text. And then finally, some tools for script writing. Because most people think ChatGPT is the only AI tool that you can use. There is Gemini, there's DeepSeek, there's Perplexity, there's Grok, and there's Claude. In fact, Claude is way better than ChatGPT. In fact, the 2 tools I would recommend if you're writing stories is number 1, Claude, number 2, Gemini. These 2 sometimes perform like they beat ChatGPT hands down most times. Okay, but use any tool that works for you. Get your story ready. Let's move on to the next, what's it called? Phase, which is...
question, sir.
Yes, please.
Okay, this Gemini and the Cloud, some of them are free, while some you have to pay for them. Which one is more faster or to work with? You know, some of them you have to tell you you have to pay a certain amount of money for it.
Yeah. Okay, so let's start from here. Almost these tools are called LLMs, large language models, ChatGPT, Gemini, DeepSeek, Claude, etc. And the text part of what they do is largely for free. Of course, they have some paid versions also, but the free version is enough for the scripts most of us would be writing. Okay. Now, one thing to note, however, is for writing, using the free ChatGPT or free Gemini or free Claude is still okay. However, for generating images and videos, a lot of people want to use free tools, and that is where they mess up. You can't expect a free image generation tool to rival something that is paid, either for images or for videos. Oh, when you're learning and you're just testing, fine. But if you're going to make anything of a commercial nature, then endeavor to, even if it is a $10 tool, to pay if it's a $10 tool, it would increase the quality of what you will get at the end of the day. But most of us, Naija people, we're always looking for free things. If it's not free, awoof. That's awoof, and awoof, they run belle. All right, so I think that part is clear, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Let me say it in simple English. Take your pen and paper and write a basic story. Put it into any of these AI tools and tell the tool to polish your story or to generate a full script from the story. But you should have a rough idea of what you want to say. Don't just tell ChatGPT to give you a story without you prompting it with specifics. Give it some ingredients to work with. That is what I would say. And then whatever it gives you, still edit it to make it sound natural and not so robotic because it's a robot. And then, more importantly, even though robots or not, these things are trained on white material. They don't get the nuance of African stories and Lagos and Nigeria as much as they are beginning to get better at it now than when it started. But you still have to sit down and edit those things to make it sound very Nigerian. So I think I've done justice to writing. Let's move on to stage 2, pre-production, which is shortlisting. So shortlisting is one of the most important stages in AI filmmaking. You know what? Let me find a video. Like I said, the materials I planned for this class, I can't access them. They're on my desktop. But still, let me see what I can do. Because this class is supposed to be very, very visual. I wasn't planning to just come and talk. But that is what I've ended up doing now, and it's disheartening. How do I even end this sharing? Okay. Stop sharing. Just give me a minute. I'll be with us in a minute. Okay, got it. Well, at least something to share. Where's the share button now? All right, so on the screen is an example of a shortlist. Okay, now this one is from a proper film, not from an AI film. Forget everything on this side that is saying this one. Just forget everything here. Okay, forget everything here also. The only thing I want you to focus on is this, the description. So what you want to do is you want to take your script. You've written your script now, and you want to break it into, number one, you want to break it into scenes. What is a scene? Everything that happens in one location is called a scene. So if your story, for example, happens, first of all, in the sitting room, and then there's another part that happens on the road, and another part that happens at the pool, 3 places, bedroom, outside at the car park, and at the pool. Those will be 3 different scenes. Are we getting the first step of it now? So you break your story into scenes. Then you take each scene and you now break it down into shots. So there are 2 people in this scene, and 2 of them are talking. You will show this person and then show that person. So let's look at this short list now. It says close-up of protagonist's face. Then over the shoulder of antagonist, these are 2 people. The protagonist is the good guy. The antagonist is the bad guy. So this is the first shot that shows close-up of Mr. A. The second shot shows over the shoulder shot of Mr. B. Then number 3 is a walking shot of Mr. A. We are back to Mr. A now. And then this is a wide shot of the whole room. And finally, the Mr. A enters the frame, walks to the table. You see that they've broken all the actions in that scene into action by action by action by action. I don't know if that makes some sense.
Yeah.
So you take each scene
yes,
and you
sir,
break
yes, sir.
down all the actions that happens in the scene. And then you describe each of those. You see, that description for each action is what you're going to plug into your AI tool to generate either images or to generate videos, period. So let me say that again. You write a script, you break down the script into scenes. Yeah, you break the scenes down. You break the scenes down into shots. The description of each shot is what you will now take to an AI tool to generate images, and then another AI tool to animate the images. Then you take it to maybe CapCut or some video editing software to edit all of the generated images together, and there you are, you have your finished video. Do we get the overview of how to even make this thing in the first instance now?
I got it, sir. I got it, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Okay. So it's now details now.
From my end, it's a bit kind of can you hear me, sir?
I'm with you.
All right.
Go ahead,
So
please.
just from my hand now, it's a bit dicey. It's a bit dicey. So let's assume, okay, we've already gotten a script now. You get so now how does it mean that how are we going to simplify it or put it on an AI to generate the video, most especially according to each scene. Of course, maybe scene one is where we have Shade and Shola in the room. Scene two is where they move to the sitting room. But that scene one, which they are in which they are in the room, of course, there are a whole lot of maybe shots that will happen. Single shot of Shola and Shade, then their white shots. So this, how are we going to explain this to the AI that this is scene one, this is scene two, this is scene three? So that
I
is
understand
practically
you.
my
Well,
question.
I've not gotten there. I was just painting the bird's eye view
Oh,
what we're doing.
Oh, all right, sir. All right,
Yeah,
sir. All right,
yeah.
sir.
But I
Thank you,
get
sir.
what you're saying, and it's a very valid point. Okay. So you know what? Let's try and do a project. Let's try and do a project and see how this plays out. So somebody is talking in the background. Give me a minute. Okay. All right. I think we can. What scene am I sharing? What am I sharing? Can you see it? Hello, please. I'm not sure I know what I'm sharing.
Yeah, I can see
No,
YouTube.
we can
Is it
see
a
it.
ChatGPT scene?
It's an animated scene.
No, not at all. I was planning to share a screen that has ChatGPT in it. Let's redo.
It was showing ChatGPT at first.
At first,
but then you
don't
switched to YouTube.
mind the guy. He's doing his own. Give me a minute. Okay, there we are. Okay, so like I said, you should have a story in mind before you ask AI to generate a story for you. I'm intentionally using ChatGPT because I know that's what most people are used to. I personally prefer Gemini, and sometimes I use Claude. Okay, so you could say something like craft a story. That's craft a story. Theme is don't judge a book by its cover. Happens in a classroom. 3 students, a boy and 2 girls. Okay. So in a secondary school classroom in Lagos, 3 students sat on the same row but lived in completely different worlds. There was Tunde, there was Zainab, and there was Ifoma. Like now, this is going against what I'm teaching, which is read it, edit it, and make sure you humanize it. But because you don't have all the time in the world, I would skip that part. But do not skip that part. AI can only try. Emotions are something AI is not best at. You can give it that human touch. So, but let's assume we have our script now, which is this. Okay. Wow, it's a little lengthy. So it's quite long. Okay, but then we have this now. So I want to show us how to create a short list from this. So your first what's it called is break this into scenes and create a short list. Are we on the same page? Break
Yes,
this into
sir.
scenes
Yes,
and
sir.
create
Yes,
a
sir.
short
Yes,
list.
sir.
Okay, and then it gives you scene 1, introduction, the 3 students. Purpose of the scene is to establish the characters through visuals, not dialogue.
Yeah.
Can you see that's giving us a short list? Short list 1, establishing wide shot. An empty classroom slowly
Yeah.
filling with students. Ambient noise. And
Ambient.
it's even giving us the audio. Chairs, chatter, meaning the kids talking, and the chalkboard writing. Camera, you want to have a static, wide shot from the back of the class. Shot 2, Tunde enters. Medium tracking shot from all way into the classroom. Now, if you don't know traditional filmmaking, this might sound like Greek. What is a tracking shot, for example? What's a medium shot? What's an establishing shot? Which is the reason why you should have a basic understanding of traditional filmmaking so that you know how best to use these shots to tell your story. And then it goes on shot 3, shot 4, shot 5, and all of that. That's scene 1, 5 shots. Scene 2, you see the shot list, shot 6, shot 7, 8, 9, 10, okay? And then scene 3. And it goes on like that for all the scenes in the film. I think there are 7 scenes. So this is the first step you need to make. Now, if I was doing this normally, I would have sat down and gone through each shot. It is presenting me with options. It is my job to vet it. Some of these I will change because it might not align with. So let me put it this way. You need to start seeing yourself as a film director. And what is the first job of a director? You should read a script and be able to watch the film in your head. So when an AI tool like ChatGPT, if it is giving you short lists like this, you're comparing it to the story that is already existing in your head, and you're making changes as needed. Am I speaking English?
Yes, sir.
You can't afford to do all of this. Uncle Isa, good afternoon, good morning, good evening.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir.
Been a while. How you doing?
I'm fine, sir. Happy New Year, sir.
Same to you. All right. So as I was saying, don't leave it to AI to determine the final picture. It has given you stuff. It's fine. It's helping your work and making your work faster. But go through it, edit it, make it sound human. Okay, moving on. So we now have our short list, which brings us to how to generate images. Good. This is the part where I know everybody's waiting. How to generate images using an AI tool, da 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 da. But no, we are not there yet. Okay? Because most people have a short list and they just go to generate images and animate. But let me tell you what you're supposed to do after this. Watch the prompt I'm giving ChatGPT. Extract the dialogue from each scene. Yeah? And then it is going to give you the dialogue you have in each scene. Why is this important? 90% of your film is sound. Hello? Let me say that again. 90% of your film is sound. Let me ask you a question. Have you tried watching an action film muted, like mute the TV and try to watch an action film? Do you still feel the vibe of the action film? The answer is no. Okay, do the same with a horror film. Mute a horror film and watch it without any sound. You won't be as afraid as you would have been if you were watching it with sound. The truth about it is that sound is 80% of your film, and a lot of people ignore that very important component. So they focus on the visual.
Create suspense, a kind of suspense.
Not just this, yes, you're correct, suspense, but more importantly, it creates the atmosphere. It creates the vibe, the mood for the story.
It takes you along with the story.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
No sound and your film, there's just something off about it. So you should pay serious attention to sound from the beginning. In fact, this is my recommendation. Generate the sound, the audio, before you generate the images and the video. And then take the sound, let's assume you're using CapCut, take the sound to CapCut and edit the sound only. And close your eyes and listen to it. Can you watch the film? If not, then there's something wrong. Go and make adjustments until the film sounds like, if you can close your eyes and listen to the edited audio and it makes sense to you, I can guarantee you the final film will make sense. Am I communicating?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so
yes,
let's
sir.
run
Yes,
through
sir.
this again. Normally, what you want to do is write your script, create a short list, generate videos and images, and then later generate sound and edit it together. Reverse the order. What you should do is write your script, create a short list, extract the dialogue from this short list, create the audio first, edit it to have a vibe of what you're doing. Then and only then should you go ahead to generate images and videos for your film. So if you can see my screen again now, after generating a short list, I requested that ChatGPT extract the dialogue from each scene. So now we have the dialogue from each scene. Scene 1 has no spoken word, no dialogue, but there's sound in the background. You would have to come up with that sound. Scene 2 has dialogue. Mrs. Adebayo says this, yeah, and then later Tunde says this. Are we on the same page?
Yes, sir.
So question is, what should you do from here now? Go to an AI tool to generate the audio. Most people know 11 Labs. Am I correct? Is there anybody here who does not know 11 Labs?
I don't know 11 Labs.
Okay, I'll show you the tool now. 11 Labs is the tool of choice for generating audio, right? But then 11 Labs is a very, very wicked and evil tool. Those who know what I'm saying. So it is the #1 tool for generating audio, hands down, in the world, hands down. And they give you free credits to generate audio. However, okay, I'll try and generate something now. It just might work, it might not work. Okay, so let me copy Mrs. Adebayo, come to 11 Labs and go to text to speech. Because what we're doing when we're generating dialogue is we're generating text to speech. You're typing text,
verified.
you're typing text and the AI would generate the voice from the, what's it called? Okay, this is something I've done before now. Voice not found. Let me just create a new one. How do you even do that, Seth?
Generate speech.
No, generate speech will generate it. I'll just have to close out all of this and start afresh. Okay, like so. So there we have a virgin, what's it called? Document. So paste your text here, yeah, and then you should go and choose. I don't know if you can see my right. there are different voices on the right here. You can press the play button.
Adam, Edward,
Oh
Yeah.
David
my God.
Martins.
Oh my God.
Okay. So you can press the
I'm
play
over
button.
this guy.
Someone is making noise in the background, though.
Okay, so you can choose any of this. Let me intentionally choose this American guy, this one, Adam. Okay. Now, Adam has been chosen as the voice that we're using here. This is the text we want Adam to say. And then when you click on generate speech, it should generate the audio. Aha. So this is the evil that I spoke about. Can everybody see the screen? Unusual activity detected. Free tier usage has been disabled. So now you have to pay to use it. Okay. The few times I've used 11 Labs, I have paid to use the tool. Sometimes it will work, sometimes it wouldn't work. But once you, let's see the available plans. I think there's a $5 plan, if I'm correct. It actually is good enough for you to pay, okay, $6 here. So with $6, you get 10,000 credits and you can generate as many audio as you want from this. Okay, but let's assume you have 0 Naira right now. You just want to experiment and see how these things work. There is a second tool I would recommend, which is probably even better in some ways than what's it called, 11 Labs, Google AI Studio. Okay, are we on the same page? You can see my screen, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so we'll go to
Yes,
Google
sir, we can.
AI Studio. You should sign in, get started. Okay, and then you want to come to text. Okay, we're in text to speech automatically. Okay, so just choose any of these. Again, you can press the play button. Wait, is Zoom, is it 20 minutes it is giving us now? Hey, Jesus is Lord. Anyway, it says 10 more minutes. Don't mind now. Okay, so this is, you can test any of the audio and use any of them. But I'm going somewhere, just follow this, because you know, these are not Nigerian sounds. These voices are not Nigerian voices. And most of us will be telling Nigerian stories, and you want to use a voice that is Nigerian. What I'm about to do now, you can also do it in 11 Labs. Yeah, but it just, like I said, it keeps blocking you from using the free tier. So we'll just choose. Say that again.
What about a kind of, if you are writing a story in Pidgin?
Yeah.
If you're writing the story in Pidgin, is there an app that can also help us generate a Pidgin language, something like that?
English or the text? Which one?
Of course, the text is going to be written in Pidgin.
Yeah, ChatGPT can do that. But I think you're referring to saying it in Pidgin, right?
Yes, saying it in Pidgin.
Yeah. This would work. Although the interface has changed a little from what we used to have. But let me click on this guy, the everyday assistant. Are we on this? We're on the same screen, right? So
yes, sir.
I will change this to a typical Lagos scene. Just follow this, right? And then sample context. Pidgin speaking Nigerian old woman with heavy accents. Let's say that. Excuse me. And then I'll go to copy. Where's the script? Yeah, I'll copy this. I'll come to Google AI Studio and paste that. Okay, and then you click on run down here. And that should generate, oh, one mistake I made, but let this generate. To the side here, I should have changed the voice. I think this is a male voice, although I indicated, yeah.
The woman.
Okay, so this is not doing what it's supposed to do. Just hold on a minute. That is very easy to fix. Okay, so sample context. Scene. Where is the bit where I can tell it how to say what I want? Give me a minute. No, let's go back. You know, these guys keep changing the interface. The old interface we had was a little different from this, and it was very much easy to adjust how a character will say their lines. This is looking very different. Hold on, give me a minute. Audio profile. Oh, okay. So this is what I'm looking for here. Yeah, I think this will solve it. Can you see what I just changed now? The audio profile. And then I entered the pidgin-speaking Nigerian old woman with heavy accent. Style, search voices. Now, they have pre-made voices like these ones. So let me choose this, which is a current female, and then I've entered my prompt of how I want it to say the lines, right? I think that's all I need to do. Yeah, and then close this. So if I go ahead and generate this now, it should sound, if I'm correct, like that woman, like an old woman saying the lines. Okay, does it sound like a Nigerian woman with heavy accent now? Hello, people of God.
Sir, we can't hear.
We
can't.
can you please replay it?
You can't hear what he said?
Yes, sir. We can't
Yeah,
hear.
we could barely hear what you said.
We still can't hear.
I think the audio level is down, sir.
Oh,
The volume, rather.
interesting. It's at the loudest, funny enough.
No, I think it's
Okay.
because the Zoom is not allowing the audio to go across from your
To
side.
go across. Oh, I get you. I get you. Okay, so if how do I make this happen? How do I make this work?
From your end, sir, what did you detect? Has it changed to a woman's voice?
Yes, it has. It has. Share computer sound. Okay, I've gotten it. It should play now.
Pidgin speaking Nigerian old woman with heavy accent.
Did you hear that now?
Yes, sir, it works.
Okay, but that
Yes,
was
we do.
yeah, that was the old text. Now I've pasted the text I actually want. So let's hear her say this now. I'll click on generate, and then we'll actually hear her say these particular words. So you see how possible it is to actually get Nigerian voices using a tool like Google AI Studio. And it's not the only one. 11 Labs also does equally as good.
Today, we are doing a group assignment. Your task is to write and perform a short classroom play. I'm choosing your groups. Tunde, Zainab, Ifioma.
Okay, I think we have an idea of what it is I'm saying now, right?
Yes,
And then
very
when
well,
you're done, you click on the download button and you can download the audio. And you do that for each character. So when this
There's a
person
question,
is,
but before you proceed,
okay, sir.
when you change the voice the other time, I couldn't see your screen.
Okay.
Can you recap that? Where did you eventually change it?
It's here. Speaker settings. Where did I change it again? Hold on, give me a minute.
Pastor, it's like you come another class, so you have to come to the. You are distracting us. You are distracting us. This front and back.
Okay, so
Told
there
me
it
you
is.
are
Pastor,
there.
is that to?
Oh yeah, one house. So speaker settings here. Can you see speaker settings here? And has the name Achena, whatever, speaker one. So I'm clicking on speaker one, and then it gives us speaker settings. So this is where I entered pidgin speaking Nigerian old woman with a heavy accent. Okay, if I change it to pidgin speaking Nigerian old man, okay, with heavy accent, very very condescending tone. It could be something like this, because you can adjust the tone, the pitch, and how your character speaks. So if I use this to generate this now, you would hear that it will sound like a man, and then his intonation would also change. I could also make it sound Igbotic or Yorubaish, or maybe even with an Hausa accent. So I think we've gotten a hang of generating the audio with this particular free tool, right? Before we go on, let me come back to 11 Labs. Let me come back to 11 Labs. So there is something that happens when, how do I say this? While I know that I said generate audio first before you go to generate videos and images, most of these video generating software also generates their own audio. Like you can tell it what to say while it is generating the action. The small problem is this. Most times the voice will change.
Like that's how he's doing to others too.
Okay, well, where were we? I was saying that, hello, please, everybody mute your microphones, please. Make sure your mic is muted. Okay, so as I was saying, when you generate video, because some tools generate video without sound, some tools generate video with sound. Now, for the tools that generate video with sound, the problem is that you can generate only 7 seconds, 10 seconds, or maybe only 15 seconds of video per time. And your film is, let's say, 5 minutes, but you're generating only 8 seconds. That means you generate about 20 videos before you complete the 5 minutes. Does that make some sense to us? Okay. The problem is for each generation, the audio can change from one generation to the other. AI does not maintain perfect voice in each time you generate the video. So when you edit it together, you see that it will sound thick voice in this place, and then in the next place, the voice might be much thinner. And when you edit it together, it will not make plenty sense. So what's the solution? Leave it as it is, edit it, tell your story, and then export only the voice for, let's say there are 2 people. There's a guy talking to a girl. Mute the track that has the girl and leave only where the guy is talking. That means the guy will talk, there will be space for where the girl should talk, and then the guy will say his own, and then there will be space for where the girl is supposed to talk, and so on. So export only the guy's vocals, his dialogue, and bring it to a tool like 11 Labs. 11 Labs has this tool here. I don't know if you can see where I am. Voice changer. Can you see voice changer? So in voice changer, that audio you exported, you bring it here. You will now choose one of the voices from here, or you can record your own voice. It will now change all of those different voices into one single voice. It won't change anything else. It will just make the voice the same from beginning to the end. That way you can now export that, take it to CapCut and replace the old audio. How many people did I confuse with what I just said?
We're together, sir.
We are following you, sir.
Okay, that's good. That's good to know. So I want to believe most people get what I just said.
Yes, please.
Good. So
Fire
again,
down.
okay. So you generate your film in bits. Let's say two people are having a conversation. You export only the audio for the guy, bring it to 11 Labs, do a voice change. That way it will keep his voice consistent. Did I say this at the beginning of the class? The two things that makes AI feel fake is number one, inconsistent characters. Number two, inconsistent voices. So I just told us how to make the voice consistent. After you've generated your AI, export only the audio track for one character. Bring it to a tool like 11 Labs. Use the voice changer to change all of that track to a single, unified, consistent voice. Take it back to CapCut and replace that existing audio. Is that clear now?
Yes, please.
Okay, so let's move on to now generating images and video.
Sorry, a question, sir.
Yes, please.
Okay. For instance, now maybe I have written a monologue.
Okay.
That means I'm the only one talking.
I understand. Yeah.
I do not want to use my
Your
real
own
human
voice.
face. No,
Okay,
my
face.
voice.
You
or
want
my
to use your
face.
voice, but a different face.
No, I still want to use my face, but the kind of animated
An AI version of it. I get.
Yes. How do I come about that, sir?
Okay, so the easiest tool for that, okay, so maybe we should do that. This thing is very wide, and I have a feeling that no matter how much I teach, I might not cover for everybody. So everybody go to the chat section now, and if there's something specific you want to learn, you know some parts, but there are some parts you don't know, type it so that I can make sure I address all of those issues. I'm speaking to everybody else now. So go to the chat section, type the specific thing you want to learn about AI, and I'll try to attend to it. Okay, so Agen. What's happening?
Okay. We can hear you now.
All right, all right. So let's go to Agen is one tool that does beautifully well for this. You can see my screen on Agen, right? How do I even log in, sir? Okay, sign in. So with a tool like Agen is not the only tool that does it. You can use VO3, Kling AI. You can use almost any tool. But Agen is the cheapest and the most straightforward to do something like that. That's why I'm using this tool. You give it a picture, you give it audio, and it will make the picture talk, lip synced to the audio you gave to it. That's your question, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So let me see one of the stuff I've done before now, and I'll use that as an example. Okay, so I did an ad, just exactly what it is you said. I used my face. I generated this in Gemini, Nano Banana. It's my face, but of course, I am not in the studio, and I'm not the one wearing the construction jacket and all of that. I generated the image, my face, different scenario, and then I recorded my voice. and then I used just the exact example you did, and I used this to generate.
I'm still in class. Why? Mama's injection. Oh yeah.
Auntie Jojo, mute your phone, I beg.
I think I've done that for her.
Uncle Tosin, you said mute your phone, I beg.
You.
Do you get what? Do you get the idea now? Yeah. So how do you do this? Let's go to the home. You select. Where is it? Internet is not very good today. I think it's because of the rain. Okay, so on Agen, you choose avatar, not the last airbender.
Where you record doesn't matter. What you're
Okay, so like it's so easy to use. Okay, so the rest of us, are we dropping the specifics of what we want to know in the group? In the chat? Please do so that I can address that specifically. Okay, so you just come here. Are we on the same page, everybody? You click on the either design with AI or upload. If you have the picture already, upload the picture and then upload the audio you want to use, and it would animate it. Maybe I should not spend all the time doing that. It's very easy to do. Next question. Anybody? Next question. Anybody? I use my voice in my storytelling. Who's that? In Grok, okay? I joined a bit late. My network keeps breaking in between the class, so I'll be delighted to get the recording. Yeah, you will get it. DK, it could be the last AI bender. Well done, well done. So nobody is asking any specific question, right? Okay,
not yet. Just continue with the.
Okay. How do I extract a script written on AI for my film project? I'm not sure I get that. When you say how do you extract a script, do you mean the dialogue or the script itself or the shortlist? Who is Xiaomi? Xiaomi 250, 28, PCO3, 8G, 121212. Okay, so Agent, I think I've answered that question. Let's now
Good evening, sir.
Yes.
Sorry, sir.
Okay,
so I am the one trying to know how to extract a script from the AI. Like if I have a story I want to write, but I do not have the time the time to sit down and write the script.
Hold
Yes,
on.
sir.
Is that Uncle Steve? Okay, go
I'm
ahead.
telling you, that is proven.
Well done, sir. So here is my question, sir. I am trying to understand how, if I don't have the full time to sit down and write a script, and I decided to invite AI to help me out, and then I get a script in maybe some minutes. How do I get that script out to use for my film project? Like I want to shoot, I'm not using AI generation. I just need the script to use it for my own normal production. How do I do that?
You want
because I've written a story on AI before and I was not able to. I was not able to use it out.
So what your question now is, you want it to format it as a script, or you want to copy it out as a script? Which of the two?
Exactly. Yes, sir. That's what I want to know.
I said which of the two. You said exactly.
No, like to copy it out.
So there are several ways. You can literally just select it. You can see my screen, right? Can you see my screen right now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you can literally just select and copy, right, as I'm doing right now. That's one option. Another option is there's a copy button down here. Can you see the copy response? So you click on this and then take it to either Microsoft Word or Google Docs and paste it. It will paste exactly as it is. A third option A third option is this. Use, what's it called? Let me copy this story, for example. Let's say you've done something before, like this, a story. Now come back to ChatGPT. Can everybody mute their mic, please? Okay, come back to ChatGPT, and on the plus button, choose Canvas there, like so. Okay, and then I'm going to say format this in script, standard script format. Yeah. Colon, I'll hold shift when I'm pressing enter so that I can just go to the next line and paste the story. You know, I just copied this exact story that it has given us. And then I said, format this in script format, and I chose Canvas rather. When you send this, it would output it as a document already. Can you see this? Fade in, interior, secondary school, classroom, da 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 da. But more importantly, can you see the download button? So when you click on download, you can download it either as a PDF or a Microsoft Word document. Let's do PDF. And there you are, your document is downloaded. Does that
Okay, thank you very much, sir. Yes, sir, it does. I get it right now. Thank you, sir.
All right, you're welcome, Chief. Although I think you should export it to Microsoft Word so that you can still edit some bits. If you export it to PDF, you'll not be able to edit it again.
Okay, sir. Okay, all right, sir.
All right, moving on. So let's go to generating images. As of today, we still have 5 more days. The number one tool to generating images that is free and high quality is Google Whisk. Just type Whisk, search for Whisk, and go to Google Whisk. The only small problem is Google Whisk will stop working on the 30th of April. So that means between now and the next 5 days, when it would expire, you can still use it. So sign in with your Google account, yeah, and then click on Enter Tool. You see what it said? April 30th, 2026. Okay, I would click on Enter Tool. It will still keep disturbing me with the thank you for being a Whisk user, You can use it until April 30th, 2026. But let's still do what we can with it. Now, there's a beautiful thing to this tool. I would explain. I think I've said it at least once, that the challenge to AI filmmaking, there are 2 major challenges. Number 1 is getting a consistent character. I mean, making your character look consistent every time. Number 2 is consistent voice. We've dealt with consistent voice. Now, let's talk about consistent character. Now, if I say, watch this now, a Nigerian man climbing a tree. Let's start with medium shots of a Nigerian man. What are we doing? Of a Nigerian man climbing a tree. Yeah. Let me make this 1 by 1 is good, and send. It's going to generate the image of a Nigerian man who's climbing a tree. The problem with this is, let's wait for it to generate. It shouldn't take long. You'll see what I'm saying in a minute now. So it has generated a Nigerian man climbing a tree. It gives you 2 options. But do you notice that even the 2 options are not the same person? True or false?
True.
Okay, let's take it a step further. The same,
Very true.
Let's say medium shots of the same Nigerian man, yeah, driving a car. And send. Madam Deborah, please mute your mic. Okay, let's wait for it to generate. Okay, now if you check, you see that it's still not this. This is a different man. The two of them, first off, did he do what we wanted to do? Did he give us a
Yes.
Nigerian man driving
He
a
did.
car? Yes.
Yeah.
But are the
Yeah, he
characters
did.
consistent? Look at all
They
of
are
the
not.
characters. They are not consistent. And this is the
They are
number
not.
one problem with AI filmmaking. The characters will not remain consistent. But there's a solution to it. So, number one is look at these 4 images. Which of these men looks like what you're looking for? Or you could just start with medium shot of a Nigerian man, posing, medium shots of a Nigerian man in suits. Okay, let's just say this, in suits, right? You'll see where I'm going to with all of this now. It is going to generate 2 images for us. We'll choose the one that makes the most sense to us, that we like, and we will use him as the basis for further generation. That way, our subsequent generations will stay consistent. So I think I prefer the younger one, this guy.
Yeah, on
Right?
the left.
Good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up, can you see this triangle here? I'm going to open up this triangle in Whisk. So it gives me 3 categories: subject, scene, and style. I'm going to work with the subject. So I'll drag this picture into subject here. That is assuming you want to generate a fictional character and you want to continue using that same fictional characters for everything you will do. However, if you want to use your own face or a picture you already have, you would upload it to this place. It's the same thing. The only difference is in one case, you upload, in one situation, you're uploading an already made picture. In this situation, we are uploading a image that is generated by Gemini itself. Good. So let's go back to the original, what's it called? What was the prompt we used here? Medium shot of a Nigerian man climbing a tree. So let me use that here now and say medium shot of a Nigerian man climbing a tree. It will generate now, and you will see that it will be this same guy in a suit who's climbing a tree. Let's wait for it to generate. There you are. Let me download this one. It might not be very clear if you're looking at it from afar. Let me download that and let me open it up. So how do I share this? Share. If you look at his face now, you see that he's the same guy that was wearing a suit. Can you see that? You see the character consistency. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. So that is how to solve that problem. Like I said, 2 main problems for AI filmmaking: consistent voice, consistent characters. This is how to solve the problem of consistent characters. Let's try another one. Nigerian man driving a car. Let me copy that prompt. Okay. And then generate. And you'll see that it will be the same guy who's driving the car. Okay, you want to put him in the same scene with somebody else, same thing. In fact, we should do that. Let's change this to medium shot of a Nigerian lady. Can you see it's the same guy now? Of a Nigerian lady.
Yeah, very
well. What is she doing? Let's just say medium shot of a Nigerian lady. There.
Cooking or something. Cooking in the kitchen.
Would give us something to do. Let's first generate her face. What I need now is we generate her face, and then we would add her to
beside him.
Exactly. So now we can generate the 2 of them consistent in different scenes. Let's give it a minute. What's causing the go slow?
Sir.
Okay, there we are. Which of these two do we prefer? The lady with the scarf on her neck, the brown scarf, or the one without the scarf?
Maybe the one to the
one on the
one on the
left.
left. The one on the
That's
left.
why I said with scarf or without scarf. Your left is not my
Without
left.
the scarf, sir. Without the scarf.
Okay,
Oh,
so I'm going to drag her to
scarf?
subject. I'm adding that to the subject side, not scene and not style. I'm adding her to subject. So now we're going to have two people in the subject. So let's craft a prompt for these two. Let's say swimming pool, man and something very, very crude, man and woman swimming in the pool. Right? Let's generate that. Remember, you see that both characters are ticked, they are checked. You can remove the check from one or from the two of them. Okay, but we have the two of them checked and we've given it the prompt to generate for a man and a woman. So for the man, it will use this guy. For the woman, it will use the girl. Let me download this and let's see. Okay, there we are. Can you see that it's the same guy, same girl? Wait, let's take it up a notch. Let me find a picture of myself. Let me come and swim with the girl inside the pool self. Is the only AI picture that is supposed to be swimming? If God will catch me.
Make sure you tell your wife.
As God will have it, my picture is not even on the system. I don't use this laptop a lot. Sadly, let me use, I've seen somebody else's picture. Some guy, let me use his own picture. Okay.
You can use Tony's picture now.
I don't have Tony's picture. Tony, send your picture.
Apostle, where you see me side with one man.
I'm at the altar, sir.
Is it an altar?
Okay, so let me use this guy's picture instead. Yeah. Man and woman in the pool swimming. You'll notice that only these two are checked. I didn't check. Can you see my screen? Is it shared?
No, not shared yet.
No, yeah. Okay, let me.
No, sir.
No. We can only see your face, sir.
And my face is fine enough. Oh.
You resemble the guy that we were using, sir.
God will forgive you, that guy.
No comments. Okay, so here we are. Share this. Now you see that it's the same guy, and it is, in fact, he maintained him. I don't know if you remember that I had his mouth open in the shot. In fact, I can find him. Okay, so here is the guy himself now. There. Do you see that he maintained the look of the guy from here to that other picture? You see, it's the same guy, right?
Yes, it's very similar.
Yeah,
That's tribal mouth.
Yes.
So that's how to maintain what's it called? Character consistency. Okay, but like I said, sadly, Whisk is going away in a couple of days' time. However, Google is not leaving us without. Whisk is owned by Google, and they have another tool to replace Whisk, Google Flow. I don't get to use it. I don't use it a lot. I still prefer Whisk, but then they've said we should port to Flow. We should leave Whisk alone. So this is Google Flow. Sign in. It works similar to Whisk. You can add references and use that to generate, what's it called? Lookalike images also. Okay. So click on new project. Oh, by the way, I did mention that both Whisk and Google Flow are powered by Nano Banana. I'm sure you guys would have heard at least Nano Banana before.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So
yes, I think Gemini also use banana or something.
Yes.
Okay. So what I've done now is I've gone to download the picture of both the guy and the girl. I mean that we generated in Google Whisk. And I'm bringing them into here. Let's see. I'll drag the two of them here. And I'll use the exact same prompts that we used. Just follow this. You can see the screen, right? Google Flow. Is that where we are?
Yes, sir.
No. Okay. Yes or no?
Yes, sir. Google Flow.
Okay. Yeah, Google Flow. Okay. So the two images we used in Whisk that we uploaded, I have brought them to here. I downloaded it from there, uploaded it here. And I'm going to use the same prompts. Man and woman swimming in the pool. Send. And you see that they are more or less the same thing. I just prefer that tool to this tool, but they do roughly the same thing. This one even gives us a percentage of how much is done. Whisk does not give us percentage. You don't know how long you have to wait. Okay. Okay, so if you look at this one, you see that it's the same two characters. Can you see it? The same guy, the same girl. Consistent character. Hello, people of God.
We are here
Are
with
we
you,
on the
sir.
same page?
We're here with you, sir.
Okay, now the only challenge now is we've gotten consistent character, but we're not getting consistent location. So for that also, you should generate the house or the room that you want and add that to the mix. So that way, every time it is generating these two people, it will generate them in the same space every time. Again, the key is consistency. Once you learn and master how to generate consistent images, 80% of your headache is gone. Are we good?
Good to go, sir.
Yes,
Now,
yes.
the other half is that this tool is actually more powerful than Whisk in the sense that, I don't know if you notice, I can draw a rectangle over this woman, yeah, and then what does it say here? I don't know if you can see down here. What does it say? What do you want to change? Do you see that?
Yes,
So I
sir.
can now type, yeah, I can now type and say, make her a giraffe. Make her have a giraffe head.
Jesus.
I don't know if it will work. Let's test and see. But it should work. Oh, it's taking a while.
I think you should check the chat. You have some messages there as well.
Oh,
So
okay.
questions.
Okay, I'll check it. Thank you very much.
The AI is wondering what you mean by giraffe on a lady's head.
Hey, Jesus. What did we send AI? What did AI do?
Like he said, AI is wondering.
I just want to know the free version of AI tools one can use in making videos. Let me address some of these questions. Doreen, she said, I want to know the free version of tools to use in making videos. Sadly, AI tools for making videos are almost non-existent. Back in the day, like 2-3 weeks ago, Grok was still free, and Grok was the savior of Nigerians. However, Grok does not do free anymore. Before now, you can generate, there was a time I generated 60 Grok videos in one day. So I don't even know the maximum number of videos you can generate, and it was all free, images and videos. They've shut that down. However, there are some tools like Clink. If you sign up for Clink for the first time, it will give you some small, maybe you can generate 2, 3, 4 videos, and then that is it. So almost every video software, then VO3, if you sign up with a new email, it will give you a number of maybe 5 or 10 videos you can generate for free. But after that, you'd have to pay. And like I said, if you're going to be doing this commercially, then you should also be ready to make some payments. The cheapest I've found so far is Xfield. Xfield has a $5 subscription. $5 is about 4,000. No, it's about 6,000, 7,000. And with that, you can generate a number of videos. Okay, so please start looking outside of, and then CapCut. You can also generate some free videos with CapCut. CapCut is the company that owns CapCut is the company that owns Seedance. So inside of CapCut, you can generate some free videos also. Summary is every time there's a new tool, that tool will give you free generation for a period. And after that, they will stop it. And then you'd have to hunt for the next free new AI generator, use it for a while before they shut it down and they introduce payment tools to it. So that, please, can I get some more insight on editing with CapCut? Sadly, this is not a video editing class. Maybe you should come and take our video editing training. But writing and editing are not things I intend to focus on in this training. The training is more about AI filmmaking, not script writing, and not video editing. Good evening, sir. I will be very happy to get the recording. Yeah, sure. I'll post the recording in the group once we're done. Is there any free AI app for creating videos? I think I've answered that. Damila Ray Daniel. Stephanie, please, another app like Whisk. Yeah, it's the same man. Yeah. Flow and Whisk are the same. I hope that's your question. I think you are alluding to the fact that Flow and Whisk are similar apps. If not, please ask your question again. Scarf, Omoshede, I think that's the pronunciation. I'm not sure what scarf means. Oh, you were saying the lady with the scarf. I get that now. Okay. Hope Adigwe, please, and can you also use Flow? Yes, I have used Flow instead of Whisk. Doreen, how do you lip sync the audio to the image? Aha. So, 2 minutes to go. I meant to understand that Flow limits. Okay, yeah, Flow limits to just 3 videos per email. Exactly. So how do you lip sync audio to image? You will need a paid tool to be able to lip sync audio to images. iGen is a little free. You can use iGen for a couple of generations. But again, like I said, after a number of generations, it will stop being free and you'd have to pay. Since Whisk won't be active for long, what are other apps you can use? Flow is the replacement for Whisk. So yeah, Google Flow. Just search for Google Flow. It will bring you to this current app we're using, and then you can use that instead of Whisk. This thing is about to end. I actually wanted to end this class before this thing ended, but then it's about to. So let's still do another 10, 15 minutes before we end today's class. I'm going to end the class now and log back in. Okay, so see you on the other end. Shatibo, I'll be back in a minute.
Yes, sir.
All right.
All right, sir.
Share screen. Okay. So I guess I didn't use this tool the way it ought to be used, or I didn't describe properly. Okay, but you can actually use it to edit parts of your image. But let's move away from that. We've established that you can use, you can create consistent characters with something like this. Can I find Kling? Left to me, this is what I would have recommended. The last leg of this class is animating this video, the pictures with AI. Okay, I would recommend that we leave that off till tomorrow, or I could just record a video and send it to the group. Any of the two that you think works for us as a group. Should I pre-record that training and just send the finished video to the group? Or should we wait for 7 p.m. tomorrow and do the closing, the last half of this class?
So I think the video will be okay. Record and drop
because
the video, please.
this live
Record is
call,
better,
the
right?
way people are interrupting, the way people are interrupting with questions and oversabi this thing, make the video just dey go.
Uncle said, small. People are interrupting with questions. Okay, we get that. Don't add that other
You will not off your mic. You will not off your mic. That's your problem.
Okay,
so maybe when you are recording this, I can call you so that I can join you live, sir.
Okay, that's not the problem. That's not the problem. So, people of God, I hope you've gotten a measure of value today. The other half, which is how to now take this and animate it, I mean, create videos with images and then edit it together is what is remaining. I recommend we finish off with that tomorrow. Only 2 people spoke up and there's 15 people here. Do we all agree that I should pre-record the video and send the link to the group, or should we meet by 7 p.m. and finish off the class? Let me have some more opinions.
I think the recording will be better.
Kindly pre-record, sir.
Okay. Uncle
kindly
Tosin,
pre-record, sir. Yes, sir. Kindly
you agree
pre-record,
to
sir.
that too? Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. I agree to that too. Makes sense. So I'll pre-record. Okay. Almost everybody says pre-record. Okay. So I would have recorded the class. So this is what I want you to do. Go to the WhatsApp group. And if there's any questions you have that you'd want me to also answer with the recording I'll be making, drop it in the group. I would open the group after this class now so that you can ask questions. So I would answer that as part of the video. Okay?
All right, sir.
All right, sir.
Uncle Tosin, you're asking if we have a physical class. You mean for the AI? No, I just felt like, so this is where it started from. From our previous, from a previous script writing class. I think it's Madam Doreen that's actually asked. I can't remember who. Somebody asked the question about AI video, and I just decided to do a training to teach that individual. And I'm like, extend it to everybody who's linked to us one way or the other. And that's how this class came to be. Okay, so it wasn't like planned. It's not like I intend to do an AI class. I'm not planning to sell an AI course. I'm not asking people to come and join. And maybe further down the lane, but that is not the goal for this. I was supposed to answer one person's question, and I thought everybody else can, get some
benefit from it.
You understand? That's the reason why we're doing what we're doing. Nothing, no
The
other.
reason why I said I love you, sir. The reason why I said I love you, sir.
Apostle Anthony, thank you.
Well, that's you. Why will you be loving a man like
a
you?
man loving a man, a man loving a man.
You are a
You know what I'm thinking?
You are a suspect.
Help me. Mm-hmm.
You are a suspect.
So yeah, I would record the other half. I'll post it in the group, and then even if there's still questions subsequently after that, I would answer the questions. Public paid announcements. Okay, it's not paid, it's free. Just in case you're here and you don't know, but we have courses, other courses that we run at Lagos Film School: acting, script writing, cinematography, video editing, producing, and directing. Okay, so in case you're interested, just beat me up. I'll give you more details about the program. There. Lastly, any questions before we close for the day? Any questions? Don't type, just on your mic and just ask the question, just in case there's any question. Again, sir, these flow videos are just 15 seconds or so. Yeah, I answered. Every AI tool generates videos between 5 seconds and 15 seconds. That is still a current limitation with AI. So you should think around that and find a solution to it, meaning your generation should be 5, 5, 8, 8, 10, 10 seconds in length, and then you edit all of them together. That's how every film you've seen, that's how they were done. Okay. Stephanie.
Okay. So,
other apps like Whisk, yes, like Google Flow, Nano Banana. In Gemini or ChatGPT, you can also generate images. But Whisk and Flow gives you more, it's more, the number of images you can generate is way more than inside Gemini or inside ChatGPT.
okay, so my good evening once again. So
good evening.
My question here is since there are limitations as to how many free videos you can generate on Flow, free AI videos, I think it's just 3 videos per email or Gmail as the case may.
Yeah, you log out and
So,
log in again.
Is there like how do I call it? Are they, because you have to pay subsequently? So is there like a cheat or something whereby you get to pay lesser?
Now, wow.
And welcome to Nigeria.
He's a Nigerian man. He's a Nigerian man.
I get your question. So there's a Yoruba proverb that if Pikin gets the sense to they die every time, the parents too, they will get the sense to they bury them constantly. So are there cheat codes? People come up with cheat codes every time. And then the company also finds ways to block all of those cheat codes. So the fact that there's a cheat code that is existing today does not mean by tomorrow it will still be available.
Existing, yeah, that's true.
So the way to go about it is this. Just settle in your mind that you'd have to use a paid tool. The thing you should now be thinking is which of these tools is the cheapest to use or the most effective to use. Let me explain what that means. So all fingers are not equal. These AI generation tools are not equal to. Some of them, once you give it one prompt, it will give you almost exactly what you want to see. For some others, you might need to generate it 2 or 3 times before you get the result you're looking for. I don't know if you're getting this. So it will cost
GTP is an example.
So it will cost you more money if you're using that tool that you might need to prompt it a number of times before you get the result. You're better off with a tool that adheres closer to the prompt. For example, Cdance. Cdance is quite prompt, it adheres to prompt seriously. Same with Kling AI, and VO3. So this is the solution. Don't buy VO3. Don't buy Kling AI. Don't pay for, what's the other one? Cdance. There are some tools that they are aggregators. You pay once and they give you access to all of these tools in one interface. So instead of paying $10 for Kling AI, $8 for this one, you can pay $110 and you'll be able to use all of the other tools. I don't know if I'm communicating.
Okay. Yes, sir. Yeah.
Platforms like Open Art, Design, Xfield. Xfield is like the #1 platform in the world right now because they've locked down filmmaking to like they've gotten that thing. It's working for them. So if you're serious about using AI to make films, Xfield is one good option. Open Art is not bad.
Sir, please, how do you spell the Higgs suit?
So maybe you can.
I have tried
if it's possible after the class, maybe type it on the group for us.
Okay, I
you
will.
Type them on the group.
I've typed it
possible,
in the chat here. I'll put it in the group too.
Okay.
And then there's Cling AI. Okay. I talked about design. That's how design is spelled. Which other one did I talk about? Yeah, so these are then openart.com or something. So these tools, they are aggregators. You find all the other tools inside them. You pay once, you can have access to them. And it would accelerate how easily you can get stuff done. Okay. Xfield has a $6 account you can buy, and it will give you access to most of these tools. And with the $6, I don't know, you can make some 1 or 2 things. Yeah. So let us bring this service to a close as we sing in 444. All things bright and beautiful. SOP. Songs of praise. How many of us still have songs of praise?
Lord.
Set off your mic. You do not even know what SOP is. Set off your mic.
Sir, I do.
Off your mic.
Sir, I do. I go private school now, so I don't do it like that.
You know they go school late. You know they assembly.
All these now so right now.
Anto Media, thank you very much for coming. It was a pleasure hosting today's class. Hopefully, we'll be able to bring this to fruition tomorrow. Thank you very much for coming. See you guys again. I hope you had some fun and you learned a little today.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having us, sir.
I appreciate you, sir.
Thank you for having us, sir.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much, sir.
Gracias.
All right. Good night.
Good night, sir.
Nice. Have a good night, sir.
Yeah. Thanks.